Flam taking on the West Coast for real. I don't know what the West Coast of the UK is, but does not sound like an interesting place. Um, Looking at the team comps right now, I feel the Fluff Fam is pretty confident. Teteric Boy, the jungler on his signature Hecarim, over a 60% win rate in solo queue over approximately 90 games. Pretty strong. Jack MSD Mapston, uh, on the Leona as well. We know he went 2-0 on it yesterday, and the other team has interestingly left it open. Pairing up the Kai'Sa, who has been under some recent nerfs, but still a pretty strong champion. And she gets ahead, she will hit like a truck. Rounded out with a Diana and Sion, so a nice bit of tank and AP. Um, haven't seen Cam Hollage play Sion before in a Clash game, but he's a pretty straightforward champion. If you know League, you can play Sion. And I guess the big impact will be how Josh Shocked easily holds up in the mid lane on this Diana pick, especially playing against a team with a Galio. Um, Overall, for Fam coming off a incredible 3-0, smashing our way through the competition to claim the Zaun Cup yesterday after what was a disappointing last clash where they went 1-2. Bounced straight back, showed the medal, some clean macro play across the map, and we'll see what the champs can bring to the table today. Um, yeah, we sit in loading screen, and enemy team seems fairly confident on their champions. Mastery 7 across on the Oriana, Ramos, Berdio Orn, and Mastery 6 on the Misfortune. Um, Pretty heavy wombo combo combination here. I see this as a bit of a press R comp, whereas the Fluff Fam will be more looking to play the map, pick their engages, pretty strong in the 3v3s, 2v2s. And I mean, if they're not too far behind in the 5v5, they'll be confident, but they must pick their opportunities wisely. And we're off into the map. Both teams going what looks like straight to checkpoints to prevent any invades. And yeah, it doesn't look like there'll be too much shenanigans. No one feeling too daring for any crazy level one plays. I think that's the best option here. If you're starting Clash, you really don't want to go for those risky level ones in your first game of the day. It might be a little bit rushed. You might and accidentally throw. You end up 0-2, and you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole over what might be the next 35, 40 minutes. Um, yeah, so while we have a bit of time, just go for interesting scenarios in the Fluff Fam. Obviously, they've subbed out their signature mid laner who was with the franchise when they were back known as TCMO, for those that you remember. And they brought back Cam Hollage, Papa Smurf, into the top lane. We've seen his signature Urgot, of obviously his classic Penta, and even a Penta in the bot lane. Really have seen the Fluff Fam members play all over the map, and I think that's a testament to their versatility. And obviously, that must help in the macro play when all five players understand all five positions. Um, so we're going to see a top side start from Hecarim and a bot side start from Remus. So far, pretty even in the laning phase. We see Shox and West Ager just sharing a little small trade, nothing too crazy. And same bot side. Jack MSD is taking a little bit of damage, but he won't be too concerned. That's such is the life of the tank. Um, you got to set up your AD carry to get into position, and sometimes you take a bit of damage, but you know, such is the way of life. A good side step there, and we see things pretty even across the map. Both teams looking like they just want to chill, not do anything too crazy. Understand the first day, like we said, there'll be a little bit of nerves, and you really just don't want to be that guy who goes for that 100 play. Oh, I say that. Tarek Boy has looped around looking for an early gank onto the Oriana, hits the damage, she's holding that flash. Oh, oh, oh. She gets away, flash at the last minute. So you can tell she really did not want to give up that summoner in this lane because it can be a bit rough with just how much gap closing Dinah has if she hits that Moonlight Sigil. and lands those two E dashes. Something definitely to watch for. Uh, Tetarik is a very balls to the wall jungler. If I had to describe this dude, I would probably say do or die. Right now he's doing, and so far no dying. Oh, seems I missed a little bit of action because TCM, oh, is 2-0, a double kill in the bot lane. Yes, this is why I'm not caster because the carry himself, Mr. Yannick Forfreyed Nagel, has picked up the double kill bot side and looks like he's setting himself up for another beautiful carry game. Uh, can't really find the words to describe this guy after yesterday's performance. Absolutely dominated in CS scores and kills, quadra kills galore. Really just an all around incredible performance. A few missteps, but nothing crazy. And this bot lane from the Fluff Fam looks to be back into winning habits. But unfortunately, we've just seen a topside gank. Papa Smurf, I'm afraid, is looking a bit blue as he's sent back to the fountain. Observers, if we can just pull that back just a little bit to see what happened there. So we're just gonna jump back. Just a standard lane gank here. There was vision in the river, but it seems Mr. Holland already stuck loading the queue, has not seen the gank. The Ram is in quickly, on starting it off, and that's just an easy boop gank. Um, See you later, Gator. Unfortunate. And we jump back to live action though, if the observers can catch us up, please. Thank you very much. And back to neutral map state. To be honest, Fluff Fam leading 2-1 right now, up 800 gold, so a small advantage. Um, we're seeing a bit of give and take across the CS scores. The Ramos a bit ahead in the jungle, picking up that kill, which will definitely be a positive for him. Both people playing a pretty gank heavy jungle, so those advantages really could snowball if things get out of hand. Uh, Shock struggling a little bit in that CS category, already finding himself roughly 10 CS down. But like we say, Fluff Fam MO. Oh, wait a minute. For afraid, doing it again, catching the Galio support slacking, set up by what I presume is another beautiful. Oh, sorry, we've got a bit of action topside, and shots going in deep, and the last ticks of Ignite are just not enough. But like I said, do or die jungler Tetarik boy coming in hot, putting that pressure on the Orianna and helping just equalize that lane where it was looking like it could get out of hand if something wasn't done. But it makes the correct rotation and TCM went back in business. Oh, but it's a quick TP back by the Orianna, so she won't lose too much of this wave, which is good for her. Just to, like we said, when you're playing into a comp with so much engage, like the Diana and the Hecarim, and even the Cyan, yeah, and Leona, there's a lot of engage all around, and you do not want to fall behind this comp because once that ball gets rolling, it is definitely going to roll over you. And we just see Jack and Misty and Tatarik Boy setting up to do this Drake. It should be pretty free. Oh, I say that, but Westgate mid lane on Orianna looking to contest this. His jungler isn't even in the vicinity, and he's a bit low on HP. We could see an attempted steal with the ult, but he's just so far out of position, and he's being pushed back. The rest of the Fluff Fam are here, and they shut down any ideas they had of a steal quite quickly. Oh, but Cam Hollage has pressed the go button to sign a hole. Oh, he's back in the corner beautifully. Oh, he's caught the guy with the knockoff for a free finish. Oh my goodness. Fluff Fam are doing the most. And this game is looking like it might be over quite quickly. 4-0 on the Kaiser. And they're going to have to put some attention bot side or this might just be a wrap. TCM. Oh, TCM. Oh my God. Oh, I'm living in 2018. The Fluff Fam picking up right where they left off. Clean across the map, we see Papa Smurf pressing the go button, catching the Galio slacking. handing over that kill to his AD carry, and it's 4-1, and the gold lead is ballooned to 1.5K. Now, just looking at the map state, seeing how much control. Ooh, but things seem to have gone a bit awry. Tatarik, like we said, do or die, and he almost died there. He looks like he might just get out. Yep, just about makes it to the tower, but oh, he's got to be careful. In the past, TCMO, as they referred, did have a bit of a habit getting a bit loose into the mid game. I wouldn't exactly call it 8 minutes of the game, but I think it's just to say they have sometimes can take those hands off the keyboard and things get a little bit dicey. But we're back as usual. Looking at the lanes, Shox is a bit low on HP. He's got to be careful here because the Orianna does have her Shockwave, and that can take you from 60 to 0 quite quickly. He's definitely on the edge of that threshold here. Oh, and ooh, he's running for his life. He goes back in. Oh, but yes, West FAK does secure that kill. Um, like I said, you've got to be careful for that Orianna. That poke damage and that instant all in can be pretty surprising if you aren't being careful. Um, Not too bad though, not much on the map. Oh, but Tarek back again. Ooh, but it's just not quite as clean as you'd like to see on that gank. Beautiful idea. Like I said, he's just playing the map so well right now, and he's wisely spotted the enemy jungler on this ward, just staying top tied to protect his Scion as he pushes in this wave. He's gonna grab that scuttle cap, that scuttle crab, and secure some vision for this Herald, which, if things stay as they are, I would imagine he's going to set up to take. Oh, and he's just going to go for a straight out. Or is he just claiming vision? Let's see. I can't imagine he would. And not right now with the lane stay. Oh, he's looking for the repeat gank. But the Rammus is trailing. And, oh, this could be a bit of a problem here. And the Ornal comes out. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. I mean, you've got to respect Tetarik for always looking to impact the map, change the state of the game, and you know, ooh, yeah, always change the state of the game and make positive plays. But that time, enemy jungler Fat Dees, don't excuse my pronunciation, just reads it, stays topside, hovers in the lane, uses the move speed from the power ball to get into the lane just as that gank is coming through and turns it around. Meanwhile, across the map, unfortunately, Sharks has given up another kill to the Orianna, and he really has to be careful here. She is taking those tier 2 boots, so she's going to be quite elusive in terms of dodging those Moonlight Sickles in the laning phase, and it also means uh, that she will be looking to do quite a little bit of poke. Like I said, if Oriana gets ahead, she can be oppressive, just kind of chipping away with that range. But on the flip side, though, TCMO, I keep saying this, the Fluff Fam has decided they want to pick up this Herald, which I think is the wise move here. Oftentimes in Clash games, teams don't put the highest priority on that Herald, but the charge alone gives you about 2.5 tower plates, which is about 300 a bit gold. So it's a free kill if you pick up this Herald, and they secure it on the rotation. Yes. Oh, and boss side. Yannick is still popping off for Frayed, picking up another kill. Oh no, but can he escape? Oh, Jack MSD, beautiful stun with the Leona to get his AD carry out and prevent that shutdown. That's really what you want to see from your support. Maybe a bit too far back in the lane, but in the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say because he has kept his AD alive, and she picks up another 2 kills. 6-0-2. This Kai'Sa is truly online. I'm looking at the team composition, and it's gonna be tough as long as he's got that peel from his jungler and get adequate support topside. If he stays away from that that power ball, that shockwave is the only way I can really see, but Oriana being so short range, I just can't see him tagging a Kai'Sa, especially if she's got her ult up, all her sums. It's looking pretty good for the Fluff Fam right now. They do have to be careful. They're up 2.3 gold. So across the map. Oh, he got on his blue suede shoes and the Oriana dodges away from the Zenith Blade. Nothing done there. Yeah, they're in pretty good control of the map. Honestly, this has just been a bit of a jungle diff. I will not lie. Yes, Tatarik has given up a couple kills in the top side to set his team back a little bit, but he's done more good than harm, and oh, they might have just caught out the enemy jungler here. Yep, he, like I said, follow up. Oh, good flash away, and the health and the horn. Looking like a little bit of a rusty trumpet because he does not hit anything. Oh, Forfeit back into the fight, looking to pick up that kill, but he doesn't quite get the damage. Oh, he's a bit low, but he dashes away at the right time. Like I said, yeah, Fluff Fam does not really want to be in these alleyways, though. Was he look back for the re-engage? Attacker goes back in, but he backs off wisely. They seem to be calling off this play. Get out while you can. Ooh, Tarik has stayed to, oh, and the Ornn is feeling himself, but he might be feeling the early grave if he keeps pushing this play. They decide the West Coast. They seem they want to go. Are they going? It's a little bit of a hokey pokey. Are they going? Are they not? It seems like they are because the shooters are in the back, are on the way. They're chasing deep into the jungle, but do they have enough movement speed to really get anything out of this play? It doesn't seem so. And honestly, the big beneficiary of this is just Papa Smurf Camolic in the top lane, just hoovering up that farm. He was set a little bit behind, uh, but he is definitely caught up for his CS. Looks like he's going to take first tile of the game, secure a bit extra gold in the pockets of the Fluff Fam, and they'll take that. They'll take that indeed. Now, as we look at the map, Fluff Fam really just been quite dominant. They've taken the first Herald. As the tower place has gone down, that Herald becomes less useful. So the first one's really the big one. They secured two Drakes. It will be an Infernal Drake map. And the reason I mention this is because that extra damage will be pretty huge. Their main damage source right now is the carry himself, Forfeit on the Kai'Sa. But if this Rammus can grow a bit more into the game, the tanking ability he has will just be um, you can imagine just be a little bit problematic. Oh, and the Herald is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh, but Papa Smurf coming in clutch from way downtown. Well, this is a lot of damage coming out from both teams, but at the end of the day, nothing doing. Bit of a, I say wet noodle fight, but there were some people were hitting. Maybe some wet lasagna sheets. I don't know, man. I don't eat a lot of pasta. Maybe linguine. Yeah. Okay, we move. And Moonbeam is staying pretty high up on top side. He's got to be careful here. He doesn't have a lot of vision around him, and wisely backs off, sensing that Tetaris might be looking for one of his signature ganks. The gold gap has closed a little bit. We're back to just about 2K, about 2.2 or 2K more or less. And for all the Fluff fans' dominance, 12 to 5, two Drakes and a Herald, 2K does not seem a lot. But I guess that's what happens when you cinch. And I guess the big fear for them here is they've got to be careful. They are quite ahead, but a lot of this gold is centralized onto their main carry, which is where you want to be. But you've got to be careful that you keep him alive. On the Kai'Sa's pretty safe champ. He's only died the one time, and I can't see that changing too much with the Saya and the Diana. So much zone control. But there is a lot of pick potential if that Powerball gets shepherded in by the Ramos. I can see a big shockwave lockdown, and that could spell the end for the man with the plan, Mr. Forfraid. I know you've seen some bot action. Oh, what beautiful rotations. They've got the damage. And then, oh yes, Fluff Fam picks another kill into the AD carry. And they're going all the way under the tower. Oh, he pops the ult, gets past, gets the tower. Oh, this man is on a rampage. The double kill. 10-1 and 4. Someone needs to stop this man, but it does not seem like it's going to be the enemy team. Picking up that bot tower, a little bit extra gold, and that gold lead off the back of that huge fight has ballooned to 4K. Oh, and they seem to have caught out the enemy mid laner. Hits the blast cone. Oh, and uses the flash, gets away to safety. Okay. But that's really not what you want to be as Orianna. Position is always a bit risky, and without the flash, it's going to be even harder for her to find those crucial shockwaves in these upcoming fights. All I have to say right now is 15-5, up 3K gold, about to secure the third Drake. The Fluff Fam are securely in the driver's seat, and it's tough for you to see any real way back based on the gameplay we've seen so far from the West Coasters. Maybe they should have picked somewhere in Britain to name their team after, because yeah, they're looking pretty foreign on the Summoner's Rift right now. Okay, I don't know where I'm going. You might need some directions to find a way back to victory, because they look like they're walking around a bit aimlessly. But they have spotted the Fluff Fam on this Herald. Oh, Cam Hodge is a bit of, oh, that's the massive shockwave. Oh, but the Silent Pass is doing a lot of damage. Can Tatar get out? He's sustaining so well. But the shooters are in the back, and oh, oh, he's been taunted. He's been locked up. The guy all comes down. Oh no! Like we said before, is this shades of the TCMO mid game, because they're struggling to get away. Hits the blast cone, but he just brings the rest of the team with him. Jack MSD looks like he's gonna be the bonus ball, as the West Coast have definitely won the lottery with the shockwave. And this game is back to dead even. 3.17 to 3.6k gold. The enemy team has got the Herald and the push on mid. Oh, this is I don't want to say disaster, because here comes the re-engage. Have they overstayed their welcome? The oh, just so much damage coming out of Shock, who until then hadn't done a crazy amount in this game, but he picks up a couple kills and says, "You don't get away with hurting my friends." And he comes back onto the map and punishes enemy support for overstaying his welcome. Whew. Oh, Cam Hollage. Just see, that's where you see the experience on the ref, just knowing that sometimes people get a little bit lazy, a little bit cheeky on those recalls, trying to skimp on time, and then loses out as Cam Hollage pursues into enemy jungle. And it's nothing too crazy, but it's nice to see how that knowledge of the map can make those tiny differences. And now he heads over to mid lane, and the map state is looking scarily even. Of course, that being said, oh, I'll turn away and oh no, oh no, us a another ooh, ooh child. Um, trying to find the words here. This game has totally swung around. Skills, and the West Coast for real has suddenly found themselves in a smidge of a gold lead, basically dead even. Um, but it's not all doom and gloom for the Fluff Fam. They have been, like I said, they can be a little bit loose into those mid games. But if we look at the map, you will see three Drakes on the top of your screen. That is the win condition, the Infernal, the extra damage. We did say to be careful that this Rammus doesn't get the ball rolling, because he can pose a big problem for the enemy team. Just so much tank stats, especially when your main damage dealers are AD. It is looking increasingly important that Shocks does just really need to hoover up as much farm as he can, because in these coming team fights, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard as that Ramos build up those tank stats. We can see already on the bottom of your screen he has completed the Thorn Mail, the Steel Caps, and that turbo chem tank just to add to that engage factor. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is a good litmus test of how much the Fluff Fam has grown. You just seen them come off a 3-0, pretty high in confidence. Um, the Feral Drake is spawning in less than a minute. We know for a fact the West Coast has to contest this. They're here early, setting up vision. And to be fair, you always want to get vision first, but it's not the end of the world just because the Fluff Fam has such a strong engage comp. When that Scion ult comes in, there's not really much you can do to peel them back. So they're not too worried about having to be the ones to. Oh, Shox has gone over the wall and he's been forced to flash. That was, say, a little bit questionable. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be tough for the main carries to. Oh, and he just pops the chem tank. There's the damage. Oh, there's a lot of damage coming down on the Papa Smurf. He's trying to get away, but he goes down. But can they follow up? There seems to be a lot of focus onto the Scion passive. Oh, that's a massive misfortune ultimate. But is that enough damage? Fourth raid is still going. Oh, oh! And the Hornet's last one alive, but it does not matter because Tetak, the jungler, stays up. Jack MSD as well. What a massive play by Forfred. You see, just in the middle of that fight, he just sees an opportunity, uses the ultimate, ends the backline, gets to execute onto two huge carries, and in that just big pile of bodies, everyone beefing and scrapping. That's the Hecarim just swinging and just about manages to pick up that kill, and they will pick up that Infernal Soul. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, that is the win condition, and if you put in the work into the early game, guess what? Come into 25 minutes. This is where you can be, finding yourself with a nice, shiny Infernal Drake buff. That'd be huge. Like I said, they were having a little trouble getting chunking through those tank stats, and this will definitely help with that. The bonus AD, uh, just incredibly useful. You always want more damage, right, guys? Hmm. Yeah, it was looking promising for West Coast to begin with. Caught out Papa Smurf, but did they really? Because had shooters in the back, and I just saw a lot of wasted damage onto that silent passive. I know he's big, undead, and scary, but you gotta find the enemy carries. If you are hitting the enemy tanks, you will find yourself in a bad spot. And we see where that just lack of focus is capitalized on some good play. And the man is at it again. Although they might have caught him out here, they have shut down Mr. Yannick, and ooh, I'm not sure that was worth. You will definitely trade the Fed enemy AD for your support. Um, Enemy Gallery has made a habit of dying, so I'm not too quick to give him props. The man is 2 and 11. Oh, but it's over the wall by the Ramos, and the Ken tank is popped. If TC, oh, if they can get this chase down, this could be bad. And that's the taunt onto the support. Oh, and the Aftershock doing so much for the Leona here, but it's just so hard to get away. Very slowly, like chopping down a tree with a spoon, but they will make some timber out of Mr. Jack MSD. And they've got a big minion wave here. And they're too scared to pull in the Baron, push for the Baron, which I find respectable. But if you're trying to win a Clash game, I feel you got to make a few ballsy plays. It is on the map, but their jungler has reset. They feel like they're a bit low. The shockwave was only on cooldown for another 5 seconds. So I felt like they had the zone control to attempt it, but they just back away, take their winnings, and say, you know what, we will contest you for that another day. More question though, they have not set up any. Oh, I blinked and I missed it. That is the Oriana. Like I said, that Oriana Shockwave. At this stage of the game, level 15, it does hit much harder than you expect. And without those additional, any MR stats, it just pops them. The man was 10-1 and 6 at one point, 13-5 and 6 now. And we can see what this game is getting a little bit dicey. If we just, Zebras, if we could toggle the objective timers on the edge of the screen. Oh, that's beautiful. So we got 3 minutes to that Elder Dragon, but more importantly, the Baron is up now. That Rammus damage is oppressive, and He's got shooters in the back, but will he be able to get away? It looks so. But here comes the speed boost. Sharks is running for his life. He's getting. Oh, beautiful ult. Oh, but so much damage is just coming through. Are they chasing too deep? There's a re-engage by Tatarek. He is onto the enemy jungler, but there's a Galio ult. Will that be enough? Peel, he's still alive. And there's the charge, but there's oh no! This is not where you want to be. And that's going to be a Baron. Like I said before, Mr. Tetarik in the early game, quite dominant, on his horse and on his way, popping kills. But as we move into this 25, 30-minute mid-game section, oh, that's a Sino. He's going for this. He says, you know what? Even if I die, I'm going to attempt to get the steal, take off some of these Baron buffs, and he does pick up a kill. He's still going, and he's still got the passive. He can. Oh, he's correctly seen the jungler. He's still onto him. Oh, but they keep it alive, and the Baron's still there. But has he bought enough time? Yes, because no one else has really followed up. Very ambitious and heads-up play, to be honest, by Mr. Cam Hollage. Trades his life, but gets one of those Barons off. Won't matter too much because it's support, but he did have that chance to steal with the passive. And you got to applaud just heads-up, big brain play. Didn't pull it off, but that's what you want to see. If you're looking to win a game, you got to make the moves to do it. Fortunately, the Fluff Fam have got their waves in good position, just pushing out mid. Bot's got that natural push, so it'll take a fair chunk of this Red Bull Baron to actually get anything done on the map. And as we see, more importantly, it's only 15 seconds to Elder Drake. Enemy team has got to set up some vision. Um, Fluff Fam are here to the party early, but they're just hoovering up farm. I would have liked to have seen them contest a bit more of this mid vision. They don't pick up the Skull Crab. They've got a Yellow Ward sitting in that uh, jungle bush, but at the end of the day, it's get swept out, and now they're lacking a bit of vision. Um, really smart by Jack MSD just to you know hold his ward. That's something you can for you solo queue players. You can catch out enemy supports and junglers with their sweepers. If you just place a bait ward, force out the sweeper because they know it's there, and then just replace it after a little bit of time. So here's a problem. It's hard for them to start this, and in this alleyway, you just gotta be so careful of that Ornhorn because if the Ornhorn comes down, he finds the knockup on top of that Galio. It's pretty free reign for that shockwave that you know that's going to be coming next, and that is going to hurt the Ludens, the Archangels, the Morellos, and that blasting wand complete for the Oriana. We're just kind of dancing here around this Drake. Shox has split off into the mid lane. If there was a time to pull the trigger, it would definitely be now without that big AoE. And they have decided they're going in. He's on his own. He's tanking it up. There's an Ornhorn. Oh, Lord. Oh, oh my goodness. I can barely even keep up this fight. Oh, it's all to do. It's all to do, but can he do it? Yes. Oh my goodness. Quadra kill for Shox. He was in the mid lane, but he makes it to the back end of that fight, hits a massive ulti, pulls in the enemy team, and capitalizes on what was looking like to be a disaster. And as we said before, he had to be the one to do it. This Rammus has just absolutely exploded into the game. Your main carries and your Hecarim and your Kaiser just can't dent that armor. But guess what? A shield does not work against magic. And we see the AP just absolutely blow this man into another dimension. And he picks up those so important kills. It does make you question if he should have tried to solo the Elder with all that extra damage, the Infernal. But instead, he's opted to go mid lane and he doesn't get the tower. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but we may be looking at an Electric Boogaloo Part 2, as both teams surely must be aware that this Drake is still alive. Ramos is pathing there absolutely immediately. Obviously concerned that they might have tried to sneak it, but they haven't. Can he pick up the Sculler Crab, which would be massive? But oh, you can feel the indecision on the screen. Jack MSD and Tarek looking at the enemy jungle, thinking, "Do we have enough damage to take this man down?" But wisely choosing not to, because both being AD, that Ramos might as well have been a steel box, and they might have been chipping away with a pencil. They were not gonna kill that man. Rightly, don't go for the play. And excuse me, but have we been here before? Deja vu? We are back doing the dragon dance. If anything, though, if last time we did this was anything to go by, the Fluff Fam will be pretty excited for the coming events. Oh, that is just, and oh, the West Coast have started it. And Fluff Fam do have vision. They pulled it out. We do have, wait, oh, like maybe 10 seconds out there, you're on ulti, and you really don't want to pull the trigger without that because things can get dicey fast. Oh, and there's a chem tank and the power ball into your two carries. Sharks has spotted the Oriana opposition, but fourth rate is down, but he does have that Guardian Angel buying him the extra time, and the enemy AD is down. Enemy jungler is deep in trouble. Tatarik is following, but he repositions to the fight. They pick up on the Ornn and the Galio. They're just two tanks. There's just not much damage there, and it's looking hella good for the Fluff Fam. He tries to TP away, but oh no. Are you kidding me? You're taking liberties. Do they? Oh, they chase down the Zenith Blade following this man, and they say, you know what? Give me your life. You're going home, buddy. And they set their eyes on the Elder Drake, and that is going to be massive because, as we see in these last couple of fights, they've just been so close. But the extra damage from that Infernal Soul has been paying dividends, and you drop the Elder Drake on top of that. You've got to think this is GG for the Fluff Fam. Take a look at the map, and that Baron buff is spawning in 10 seconds. So it is the 2-for-1 for the boys in blue. And we'll see them pick up both of those. And I can't see any way they don't finish this game. Uh, that bot wave isn't in the best state, but this might just be shove it down. Oh, but are they recalling? Ooh, what's they've elected to recall. Forfreyed is picking up that top wave. Why is he? Always a good time to farm as an AD. But the enemy team did have vision outside that pit. If they were feeling a bit more confident, they might have tried to sneak the Baron, but they yeah, they've just decided not to. If we toggle the fog of war for blue team, yeah, they have no vision on that Baron. Cam Hollis wisely goes up there, but if they had been a little bit more daring for the West Coast, they could have potentially picked up that Baron. No chance for now though, because the Fluff Fam are on it. This Kaiser will just tear through it like toilet paper, and with the Elder Dragon buff still active, it is just too risky to even try to go for this play. Um, yep. Oh, and he blast comes into the pit. He's hanging on. And there's a smite down, but I can't see who's got it. And Tetarik with the hands of steel says, I will not be pressured into making mistake. Picks up that Baron buff. Oh, Camouflage is just gotta be careful here. Oh, that's big damage, and that's the execute. Oh, the Elder Dragon is just too powerful at this stage of the game, and bye bye Oriana. Um, just having to go. Ooh, just having to go back to pick up that mid wave. They don't really have a great push. Fafraid has identified they've got minions on the bot side that they can carry in, and Hecarim is he's proxying this top wave, but the bot wave, which will push on its own, is still a bit far away. A bit ambitious for the enemy Ornn to try and pick up a kill here, realistically, with the Elder and just all that movement speed. You're not going to kill this man. And Shox is just called the guy who's slipping. Really, you got to be hugging your tower for dear life, like a mast in a storm, because your ship is going down and you need to find somewhere to hold on, my friends. This could be the ending push. If Elfham will just sit here, let those cannons do their work, pick up this bot tower, get the double in him, and probably play towards that top side of the map with the rest of this Baron buff. Let me just see how long is that. Yeah, they got plenty of time on this hand of the Baron, and I can't see any other way this game will end. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, and Rammus is tanking well, and there comes out the misfortune ult, but there's just not enough damage. Oh, but is there? They've gone pretty deep. Oh, Jack and Mystige. Oh, Papa Smurf is shut down, but he is seeing a tasty Rammus, but the Powerball is just too fast. And ladies and gentlemen, this game surprisingly isn't over. I feel like the Fluff Fam just got a little bit too casual with that one. Um, but let's not kid ourselves. They're still up 6K gold and got two inhibs down. It is, as long as we don't see too many more plays like that, pretty much a full blown. It's a wrap. Put some sauce on it. This game should be over, and we'd expect to see when they come back onto the map that they will turn that statement into a reality. But these games can be the kind of hard ones to focus. I once again I cannot stress how careful you have to be around this Ramos. Obviously, the bonus damages from the Barons, the two Barons, and the Elder Drakes, plus the Inferno are just stacking upon stacking. As you go into the game, each one does give you more stats as well. But this does also mean that if enemy team can secure a steal onto one, you could be in trouble. Yep, and obviously that Powerball in the Chem Tank. Whew, it's it's dangerous. You can be collapsed on in a flash. But speaking of collapsing on, the enemy Orn has found himself in a tough spot. Tries to flash away, but here is Mr. Shock just putting out so much damage, and your tank is dead. 60 whole seconds on that timer, and while he will be up in time for that Baron, which is huge, he might not be up in time for what might be a crucial defense of these top towers because if those go down and you get triple inhib, you are dead in the water. And as I say that, dead in the water is our friend Shocks. Oh, huge, or huge. Oh, and the misfortune. Oh, just doesn't get much done. But nobody on the enemy team has fallen down yet. And there's the Sion. Oh, and there's the tower coming in the background. And the tower goes down, which is massive, cutting a lot of extra damage. For Frey picks up a kill on misfortune. And the who is that? That's just died. Yeah, the Fluff Fam say sayonara. They will close this out comfortably, taking a pit stop to take the third in here just for a little bit extra insurance. But you have to imagine this is the end of the game. And what a play by Jack MSD Mapston. He just sees the perfect ultimate. Oh, yeah, they're chasing down, but down goes the tower. They're on to the inhib, just ignoring the enemy Ramos. There's nothing he can do. And I have to say, that ultimate by Jack MSD catching out the two carries on the backside, locking down the Orianna, delaying that power ball, and then we see the enemy AD just get a little bit too cocky and send that misfortune bullet time sailing off to the side, and it's a wrap. Dub number one for the Fluff Fam. 4-0 in the last four games. These guys are on a roll, and I can't wait to see what they produce in their next game. Oh no. Uh, just stay with us for a few seconds. We're having some technical difficulties. And League of Legends client is renowned for its quality, as most of you know. Let's just have a look at those stats while we have a minute of time. 40-minute game, a bit longer than you would like, considering how dominant they were in the early game. Your main carry dying 10 times after still performing an explosive performance, and we saw the synergy between their bot lane just coming in clutch so many times in those team fights. Double kills around the Drakes, double kills around top in him, and game-ending ultimate by Jack MSD. This man is just a rookie participating in only his second class, but he is performing at a world-class level. You love to see it. The damage graph speaks for himself. 40k out of that Kai'Sa across the game. second most in the game by a whisker behind Oriana, who did have some standout moments, no shockwaves. But the real eye opener is that man in third place, Josh Shocks easily, who just at the right time, the quadra kill to secure the Elder Drake, and just bring that game back from what was looking like a bit of the brink, a little bit of a wobble, but he said, put the stabilizers on, we're in cruise control. Let's go, boys. We're getting this dub. And yeah, so while we have a little bit of time, just take a bit of a breather, catch our breath from that game. So many standout moments. Just want to highlight once again bot lane dominance from the Fluff Fam. These guys just don't make a mistake. And as we'll be looking into the champ selection next game, you have to think the enemy team has to sense a pattern of behavior. Jack MSD on that Leona is just too strong. I would not be surprised if they ban it away. The man is 3-0, 8-0 in solo queues, I've been told. He is on an absolute tear. And you give up Leona, you're asking for trouble. Um, Once again, Mr. Shocks displaying his versatility. I think that's five unique champions in the last five games for him. The man said Champion Ocean. And it might look like Mr. Papa Smurf the infinite top lane, but despite those score lines, the man, when it comes to when it matters most, is there making heads up plays. You said KDA is not what wins you games, is hidden in the Nexus. So Tarek, solid performance all around. It's really strong early game pathing. You saw those clears and those gank timers just lining up so nicely. A few blips in here and there where enemy jungler kind of sniffing out his tendencies for the gank, just understanding that you can't really power farm against this man because he will be yanking and he will be ganking a lot. And you saw where they just hovered a couple of those lanes, caught him slacking a little bit. But at the end of the day, in those crucial moments, the smites in the Baron, smites in the Elder, he did not miss securing those for his team and securing the victories as well.